Okay, and we're live. Okay, tonight we're here with Jason Wyatt. You probably know him. He's in a lot of Amazon groups, print on demand groups. He's pretty much everywhere. He got his own YouTube channel. What's the name of your YouTube channel, Jason?
Soaring Freedom.
Soaring Freedom, yeah, that's the name of the group. And today we'll be talking about a lot of internet marketing, Amazon FBA, and we were talking about that exactly, Soaring Freedom. So for you guys who don't know, I will have Jason introduce himself, and I'll pass the microphone to you, Jason.
Well, guys, I'm Jason Wyatt. I've kind of made a name for myself within the Amazon community by being the guy in the RV. Travel around, running my business from my RV, and it just started with Amazon and has grown into a lot of other things. And I take all of those things that I figure out about online business and share them with my group, Soaring Freedom.
Thanks. And just for you guys who are watching in my print on demand group, we won't be talking a lot of print on demand today, but we will be talking a lot about internet marketing, having an email list, creating a blog. All these topics could be of very good importance for you as well, because it's about scaling your business and having more online presence and retargeting your customers. So this is going to be of a lot of interest, and I suggest you follow this conversation.
Okay, also, just real quick, I'm going to throw this out there. You can come back to it. Remind me what I'm doing with a new page incorporating print on demand. Continue.
Okay. Let me remind myself. Okay, new page. So, and also, Jason's specialty is that he is always on the road, and he runs a very profitable business away from home, So I hear always a lot of you people saying, I want to build my freedom, I want to travel, but I wonder if I can do this. If you want to learn from somebody, this is the guy, I mean, he has been doing it for a while and he's really successful at it. You even take your kids with you now, right?
Yeah. I mean, this is how we live. We homeschool from the road and travel around. I like to hit thrift stores everywhere I go to grab some books when I have the chance. We work festivals with my wife's business on the weekends, and that's a different city every week. And the rest of it is completely location independent.
I mean, how much freedom can that be? I mean, last summer I enjoyed working, on the beach for a week, and then working on actually a lot of my course. I actually did it on Dallas on my sister's house. We went 2 weeks there to spend summer, and I was able to work from Dallas. I was just going and sourcing in different stores and stuff like that. I found a lot of different products that I will find here because it was a whole different neighborhood that that had different tastes on products. So I found stuff that I would never find here. So imagine I did it for 3 weeks and I was able to do it. So I'm pretty sure that it's a whole different experience for your family. I mean, you're traveling all over the place. Have you gone international?
No. No, we mainly stay in the Southeast region. We have plans to head out towards the Midwest next spring, sometime around that time period. But yeah, what you're saying about the different products, as far as arbitrage goes, it's a dream. You can just completely deplete an area as to your best ability anyway. My theory is no area is truly depleted, but then you just move to the next area and you start all over, and you never know what you're going to find in the next area because the local community, they're all different, and what they're going to buy and what's on clearance and all that stuff, it's all different everywhere. In the smaller town that you're in, the better the find, because the arbitrage game hasn't reached those areas a lot of times. So they're like untouched.
Yeah, sometimes I do this. I grab my kids on my minivan and tell them we're gonna just go and shop around, and we started going towards small little towns here in Texas, and we reached some of these little towns that have this Walmart and population 10,000, and we find these expensive Legos there in clearance because there's no market for them there, and or we find these expensive toys at at 25% of the cost because they had too much inventory for them and they didn't move them. So we find all these little products that sometimes they just didn't hit that market, or this cartoon that was in a certain TV channel or something that didn't reach that area, and they were just not popular with the kids. I mean, my expertise is toys, right? And so I target a lot of these different toy stores. But sometimes I go and also in the clothing store, clothing section, you find a lot of stuff that just didn't hit with that specific area of the population, and and it's sometimes is for example, here in Texas it's very hot, so when you go and find long sleeves, they sell very well in the north, and here they're in clearance because nobody got them, and there they were a shortage, so it's I just can't imagine if I get all these sort of nergasms of when I go and thrift on different store and different cities but close by. I imagine what you find in a daily basis. It must be something very profitable in a way.
Yeah, I mentioned my wife's business selling at festivals. A lot of times I'll show up and help her set up the booth and get everything organized, and I'll say, all right, you've got it, I'm going. And I'll leave and go around the town and see what I can find. She's at the festival making money. I'm out in town spending it. So it all works out.
So what are you up to right now? Obviously you're doing Amazon. How long have you been doing it?
I should have that right off the top of my head, but I'm going to have to count it. Generally, I think about 5 years, just off the top of my head.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a bumpy road. I learned the hard way a lot of things. I learned the shiny object syndrome is bad. I would build up the business from nothing to I had some good money in the bank, and then go drop $10,000 on some stupid business venture that failed, that I thought was going to be a gold mine. And here I am starting Amazon all over again, because that was the proven method I found to raise the revenue for all this stupid crap I wanted to do. Finally, I was like, wait a minute, why don't I just stick with this thing? It's obviously working. Why do I keep on doing all this other crap? So finally, about 2 years ago, I was able to go full-time, location independent.
Yeah, so a lot of people ask me the same question sometimes. Why do you have to create a course? You were doing good on Amazon FBA, you were used there. I started doing print on demand, and then without even thinking I actually enjoy it. But if you ask me, is this profitable? No, it's not even profitable. It's actually probably my less profitable income stream that I have. But it's probably the one I enjoy the most. So it's something that sometimes you're like, okay, is this smart to make decisions? And something you gotta make is like, okay, I gotta do something I actually like. For me, Amazon, I love it, but I'm getting tired of hunting for product in the stores.
Yeah, it does get old after a while.
It does get old, especially, when.
And you said it, the enjoyment factor of teaching people is amazing, because, I started my, I guess, teaching business is what you would call it, in order to help fellow RVers, because in these RV groups, there was always people asking, how do you make money while you're on the road? And to me, the answer was obvious. It was Amazon FBA, but I couldn't just comment on their post and just say Amazon FBA, because they would ask a bunch of other stuff. And, you can't teach somebody Amazon FBA in a Facebook comment. You just can't do it. So I decided to start the blog. I started blogging about it there, and anytime somebody would ask that same question, it still comes up about once a week, and I'm ready with the link. Hey, read this real quick. Check it out, see what you think. And that blog that I share is just a simple intro to kind of explain to them what arbitrage is, and how it is possible to make a living from the road using Amazon. Really basic stuff, and then it invites them into the Facebook group to discuss more. But I really enjoy helping people get on the road and stay on the road, and I've helped in both ways. And when I hear stories coming from the people that I've taught about how I've helped them, that's what's rewarding. It doesn't have to be profitable, and it's definitely not profitable.
But unless you're one of those big guys start making the millions of dollars selling courses, I mean, that's not profitable, but it's enjoyable. I love when somebody sends me a message saying, "Hey, I because of your guidance, I made this sale," or because of that, I'm in a new pod and I actually made some sales. I run to my wife. I feel like a little kid, right? And I told her, look what they say, and she's like, "Man, you're so you're such a softie in that way," but but it feels good because when we do these things, the Amazon FBA or whatever. We are loners, we are working in our own way. We don't have co-workers here. We don't have, any other partner, to talk to for long times during the day. So sometimes these Facebook groups are, I see them as, the daily co-workers, the people that I associate, the people that understand what I'm talking about. I don't know, you have that conversation with, some of your friends, but most of my friends here in Houston, they don't understand anything I'm talking about. All these guys know about oil. And chemistry and chemicals and and exploration, perforation, and engineering, and I'm like, I'm selling Amazon. They still don't believe that I left that industry to do this.
Right. Yep. It's exactly what I hear. Even from my family, that by now they should know, what I do and understand what's going on. They still act like, I'm on a permanent vacation or something. They don't understand how I could make money without a job. I don't know that mindset of where they are not understanding it. It doesn't make any sense to me anymore. I don't understand how they can't understand how I'm making money without a job. I almost can't relate anymore,
I hear you. My wife had to show my mother-in-law our checking account so that she could understand that I was actually doing something. Because, she started living with us and she was here the whole day, and she would see me here in my home office, and she's like talking and chatting and laughing.
You're playing video games. You're on solitaire.
And she will be like, your husband is a lazy bum. What is he doing? Why does he go get a job, 8 to 5? And, and then she finally had to say, look at the checking account. We actually didn't drop, of course, at the beginning we did, when I left my 6-figure job to go here. Yeah, we saw a deep, a dive in income. But now we're in the same one actually, and every day we have better potential of having better and better income, But she was like, people don't understand. I have a brother who doesn't live here, so he doesn't see what I do, and he tells my mom, it's like, what does he do? Why is he at home? He is a vice president of accounting for an international firm, so he's so focused on, working 24/7. I mean, he's always working. So for him to be like, what is Fernando doing at home? It's like, people call. I said, where are you? I call my mom. I said, where are you? Oh, I'm shopping with Fernando. And they're like, they think I'm actually doing shopping.
Right.
So what she means is we're sourcing. You took her on a lone sourcing trip. We're sourcing. So it's hard for people to understand that what we do is actually doing something more productive than actually having a job. But hey, it's part of what we do.
Right. And real quick, I wanted to go back to what I was talking about earlier with the print-on-demand guys. I think this will be very interesting to those guys because I just started a new Facebook page. And I know Facebook is changing the way they show pages in the news feed. And, I may have to change my strategy because of that. But what I'm doing is I'm creating this audience and I'm trying to grow the audience. And once I get it to a certain point, I'm going to design shirts for this audience. So I will have the ready-made audience for my shirts, and all I have to do is post the designs. Theoretically, they'll sell. If I've got 100,000 likes on the page, surely I can sell, 50 or so shirts, for each design I have. So that's kind of my theory on this. And I'm testing it out now. And the great thing is, I mean, look at me. This thing fits me perfectly. So check this out. The name of the Facebook page is Hillbilly Redneck. And I have created a character called Winston Wright III. And I will get on there and use my, hardcore Southern accent, the one I kind of lost when I moved away to Florida. Well, it comes back, and I'll make up some stories on there and tell you the crazy stuff that happens in the trailer park. And the great thing is, I'm just in the campground that I'm at, But I'll walk through the campground and try to find like a rundown area of the campground or somewhere where maybe some permanent residents live or something like that. And that's where I'll choose to film my video. And so
but those can go viral rather easy.
I'm really hoping that this goes viral and that, my target audience finds some humor in it and shares away. Right now, the only video up there is an intro video where you get to meet Winston. But I'm pretty excited about it.
When we're done, let's share the link to that Facebook page so maybe some people can actually follow it. But going back to the idea, it works. Like my wife follows this lady. It's about housekeeping. How about organizing your home or something like that? I have no idea what it is. But she keeps wasting money on that website. This lady goes, she drops a lot of content, about how to organize your fourth drawer and your pants and your dishes and your pantry and everything. She's always telling people how to organize things, right?
Everything is supposed to just get shoved in the sock drawer, isn't it?
I don't know. I
thought that's how it worked.
I don't know. I'm a mess in that thing. I mean, I'm a messy here too. I'm a messy person, period. But she's like, dropping content, and then something to sell, and she buys it, and she buys it, and she buys it, and then content. It's like like the book from Gary Bernstein.
Jab, right? Left hook.
Exactly. Exactly that. She follows exactly the same pattern. I show her the book, and I said, you're just being jabbed, right? Every single time with the same thing, and she's like, I know, but it's just so good. And I want to buy something because I don't want her to go away. So because you understand, that marketers, we make our money from marketing stuff. I mean, we don't make any money from marketing absolutely nothing. We just stop, right? So she's like, I need to be a patron of that because I like her content, and I'm like, well, in a way, it makes sense. I mean, yes, I like people, that when I create a list or something that, if I send something, something for promote, I like people buying it, right? So yeah, I said, okay, I'll buy that from you, But Facebook pages have become one of the best marketing tools right now. I mean, it's one of those deals that you create good content, you get a nice audience, and you can market it, and it can be a one strong source of income. I mean, there's several people. I mean, you go to Rachel Miller's group. I mean, you see a lot of people making lots of money, from their Facebook pages. So you're onto something here.
Well, I hope so. The only idea I have right now of monetizing it is print on demand. But you never know. Maybe, considering my target audience, maybe I start my own line of fishing lures or something,
Well, there is, I mean, rednecks, hillbillies, stuff like that. I mean, they like grilling. You should probably do something, like with an apron for the grill or something like that with your character. That would probably be very funny. You'll probably have a lot of, I mean, grilling stuff sells very well, and it could be a nice Father's Day gift. I mean, I love this character, right? There's a bar that I go here sometimes in Houston. It's a radio show host. His bar is called the Redneck Country Club, and it's so funny to go there. I mean, this guy created this brand, and at some point people call him racist, and it's like, why? I mean, it's everybody. You see every race in there, and it's funny, and it's just the character that he built. So I can see what you're doing. So you already created the whole character. You already have the drawing and everything, or?
Well, the character's me, basically. So I play the character. I dress normally. Usually I'll put on my camo hat.
Define normally.
This is normal. So, hush. Sorry about the dog. Stop it. Yeah, this is normal. So maybe I'll put on a camo hat or something like that.
Oh, now you're gonna be like these guys from the dog show. What's the name? What's the name of the dog show? Dog Hunters, or how do you call that show? Man, I forgot. These guys that are always having dogs in their show that they go hunting. A photo of them are here.
Not sure. I don't get to watch too much TV.
Yeah, I don't watch TV either, but I don't remember how they go. Say hi. Go
hi.
She has a tendency that every time I'm live, she likes to photo bomb. I mean, I think she likes the camera.
Well, she's picking her nose live on TV. Look at that.
Yeah, don't do that. Gross. Go with mommy. Go with mommy. Bye. I'm sorry. Yeah, she has that habit, like I actually locked the door and she actually figured out how to unlock it. But anyways, let me close the door.
So yeah, I know you can hear me. You got speakers, but I've been really immersing myself into all of the studying that I can on the internet marketing thing, because I know, Amazon's not, the only place it's at. I need some product off of Amazon, and I need some sort of presence off of Amazon, and so I've been really diving into that. I tried to use ClickFunnels for a while and found out that it was a little too glitchy for me, a little too expensive for me. I've been I've been playing around with now my mind's blank now. What's it called? Builderall. Yeah, Builderall. I've been playing around with that for a little bit, and so far it's I like it better than ClickFunnels, and it's only about a third of the price and does a lot more. And my specific problem with ClickFunnels was that when I tried to move a component, so I would make my page on the regular builder,
Mm-hmm.
and then when I would go to view it on mobile, something would be askew because of the way it formatted itself. So I would kind of I would fix it on mobile, but then I would go back to check it on desktop, and it would be all kind of messed up, and I couldn't get those two to.
Because you're not supposed to. You're supposed to create the template. It has options where the template you actually format it in three different sections, and one is for mobile, one is for the PC, and one is for tablet. So,
well, when I went to those three different sections, it would move a component in one of the other sections. Like when I would go to mobile to move something there, I would go back to desktop, and it had moved. It had adjusted that, and I could never independently, change those. And their customer support was non-existent.
oh yeah, it's non-existent. Actually, the whole deal of my course wasn't loading very well in iPhone at all. Actually, people were complaining about it. Actually, my first person that requested my money back was because they just couldn't use it on the phone. It was just a pain. So they finally said, "Oh, you're using the wrong template." And I'm like, "Huh? Yeah, we have a new version which is not released." And I'm like, I'm not using the wrong template. I'm using the template that you morons told me to use, and you didn't update it.
Yeah.
So they fixed it for me, and that's what they told me. That I needed to, part my template into three so that it will look different in different devices. How I did, I don't remember. I have a video that they actually record a video for me. But yeah, you're right. Customer service in ClickFunnels is just terrible. For a platform that charges $97 for the low price and $297 a month for the
right.
high
It's
price.
ridiculous.
I pay $297 used to have affiliate. Yeah, it's very expensive now.
Well, I'm not ready to throw my endorsement behind Builderall yet. I just started using it a couple weeks ago, and I'm still playing around with it to see if it fits all my needs and everything. But so far, I'm pretty amazed with it.
Builderall has a email sequence built in, right?
Yeah, but that's one of the downfalls of Builderall is that it allows you 10,000 emails for an automated sequence, but they have problems actually hitting the mailbox, hitting the inbox. So I'm still using GetResponse. I'm having amazing open rates through GetResponse.
You told me about GetResponse, and I completely forgot about it. And that's the GetResponse is the one that you build your email sequences like they were funnels, right? That
yes,
you pretty much build like a flow chart.
It's a flow chart, yeah. And so it's like an if-then sequence. So you put, okay, somebody subscribes to the list in this way. You can, wait one day, send them this message. If they click on, there's going to be two links in that message. If they click on that link, send them this message. If they click on the other link, send them this message. You can have the whole flow chart and everything automated.
That's what I need, because ConvertKit is not that friendly to do that. When you're building a funnel and you have something like, okay, now retarget anybody who watched an X% of your video, and then or somebody who didn't open, retarget it, and something like that. It's very difficult to build a sequence, And so, yes, I'm sorry, I interrupted you. I got excited. Sorry.
No problem. So yeah, they're the two problems I've found with Builderall so far is their email autoresponder. I don't even use it because it doesn't hit the inbox. The second problem is once you build a page, the page itself is not actively responsive. Like, it will respond whether you're on desktop, tablet, or mobile, but it won't actively respond to the size of your window. So I don't find that to be a big, huge problem. It does make my life a whole lot easier in building the page itself. So, and when I'm saying that, like, you'll notice in ClickFunnels, if you have like a paragraph, a sentence that's on like 3 lines, and then you condense your page to narrower, you'll notice that those lines will move. Maybe they're 5 lines now.
Yeah.
Because the text will move. Well, Builderall doesn't do that. Everything is in the same format. If you condense your page down horizontally, it will go off the side of the page. Which, like I say, I don't see as a big problem, because it does make my life easier in the building process, and it does have mobile responsiveness. So I think that's really all I'm worried about. But with the additional benefits that it has in I can make an iPhone app, iPhone and Android, and push it straight to the App Store. All of my landing pages, sales funnels, website, blog. I'm seriously considering moving all of my Touring Freedom stuff over to Builderall, because it will do all of that. While ClickFunnels only does funnels, these guys do sales funnels, list automation, landing pages, blog, so you can actually do content marketing.
But there's people doing blogs on ClickFunnels now, and they're doing some hack.
But Google doesn't recognize them. Google doesn't. There is no SEO with ClickFunnels. Google doesn't even index a ClickFunnels site. The only thing you can use a ClickFunnel for is to push traffic to, mostly paid traffic. There is no organic traffic there. With Builderall, you can actually build a website and a blog and use content marketing, and you'll be indexed on Google and use the SEO tactics that we all know and love.
Actually, it does some indexing. You actually go to Google and you type print on demand mastery, like use print on demand mastery, it will show you my course. Now, what I don't like about it is that it's giving an affiliate link for somebody that I have no idea who it is.
Oh, yeah, it is an affiliate link for somebody. Look at that. That's funny. But most of what people are doing is, hey, look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 down is a replay for our previous webinar together.
Probably that link is yours then.
Well, hopefully it is. That'd be great.
I wonder who that is. But yeah, I mean, it is indexing. And you know what? Probably it's not indexing Google. I mean, ClickFunnels, probably indexing my website, Be the Business.
Right. So when Google sees the web page, ClickFunnel.something.com, whatever, you know how they build their addresses. As soon as they see ClickFunnels in the address, they won't index it.
Interesting. So, yeah, because they're not really web pages. They're just selling pages. They're used.
Right. They're not something that Google wants to index because there's no content there. There's nothing useful there. It's just something to sell on.
Yeah. So you're right, because this one that they're indexing is actually my it's on my non-existent blog, but it's actually doing my WordPress plugin. So it's going to my WordPress, And
Okay.
so there, yeah, you go later on. It's a Pro Seller Talk with John Bowler Sr., which I was a host. I mean, a guest there. So print on demand mastery. That's my Facebook group.
But you know what?
Interesting. They have. Okay. Well, I own that. I own that keyword, I guess.
ClickFunnels does not use ClickFunnels for their blog. They use WordPress. They don't even use ClickFunnels for their own affiliate membership or the affiliate program. They use a WordPress plugin.
Actually, I need to learn that because you know what? I'm tired of paying $297 just to use the affiliate, and I'm actually looking for a way to do that because I don't want to continue. Honestly, I don't only need the $97 program. I'm paying $297 just to have affiliate, which I rarely ever use, so it doesn't really justify having it. Actually, I'm thinking about canceling it. In a couple of weeks. My next paydays. So I need to find a way to have an affiliate program outside, because with the affiliate program they give you a backpack, which is a bunch of junk, and they give you Actionetics, which is their mailing system, which is horrible. It's not really, it's not really a good email service, to be honest. I mean, everybody complains about it. Everybody who use the $297 program is because they want to do affiliate, or because they have way too many funnels to have in the $97 program. Because the customer service does not improve by paying 3 times the money. I can tell you that much. I mean, literally, it's just as crappy as it was. The only thing it does is that Russell Brunson targets you 3 times more with with potato guns. That's if you are not in the $97. So I mean, literally. Now, do I love ClickFunnels? Yeah, I mean, I like ClickFunnels, but because I haven't tried anything else. I mean, probably my course being in ClickFunnels was probably not the smartest idea, but I have it there now. How do you move it? How do you move your customer base, to all your subscribers to another platform? I mean, you could lose a couple of them in the move, and then you can get complaints. So it's kind of hard in a way, but it's something I need to start thinking about, later on before I do more of these products.
Yeah, I'm not sure how you would move. Customer base is probably fairly easy. You just export and then import them into another membership. I've actually done that from one website to the other when my website went down. Affiliates was a little bit more difficult, but right now I'm using a WordPress plugin called Affiliate Royale, and it seems to integrate with a lot of e-commerce plugins within WordPress. So you might want to look into that.
Okay, now that we're talking about email lists, what do you think is important about it? I mean, why should we have one? I mean, a lot of people always wonder, what is the value of an email list?
Well, to me, an email list is a way that I can build a relationship with the people who want to have a relationship with me. And it's very easy for them to just reply to that email, and we're having a one-on-one conversation. After you've built that relationship, you can use it as a fallback. The thing is, you can have all the Facebook group that you want, but who owns that Facebook group? It's not you. Facebook owns that Facebook group, and they could do with it what they want. The same with Facebook page or your Twitter account or however else that you want to communicate with your audience. Even my website, my own personal website, could go down at any time. I could have a problem with my hosting account, or I could get hacked, or anything could happen. But I always have that email list. As long as I keep it backed up, even my email provider can't do anything to me. I can just take that same list that I was using on that provider and upload it to another provider. So, it's a way to keep my business running.
How big is your list right now?
It's not that great, but it is it is growing. I don't push it a whole lot. I'm not the in-your-face internet marketer guy. So it's not ginormous. But the people on my list, they get some great content. I've got two lists right now. One for people that are interested in FBA, and another for internet marketing. And actually, the one for internet marketing gets a little bit more content because I've actually got a deal where I can do a text interview with some of the best marketers in the world. So I've got access to that, and I'll do one of those a week and throw it in an email newsletter and send that out. So there's a lot of great content there. I actually just made a redirect so that people can find that sign up pretty easy through this webinar. If you go to touringfreedom.com/Fernando, since I'm on the show with you, figured people would remember that pretty easily. That will take you to that list.
That is a fake website, right?
Touringfreedom.com is not.
Okay,
The /Fernando is a redirect.
Yeah. You and I actually met, in a group where we actually were doing some, we were learning some marketing techniques, and I actually had my blog, bethebusiness.net, and so the person started promoting this tool, where you should get right teams and stuff like that, and I messed up my blog. I lost everything I had, and as of today, my blog is completely blank. It's it's been blank for the past 3 months. I use every time I go and I start working on it, and I just get a headache, and I turn around. But I need to get it up. I mean, a blog is so important. It's pretty much your business card for the internet. I mean, because you're right. A Facebook page, I can lose it tomorrow. A Facebook group, I can lose it tomorrow. My YouTube, tomorrow I messed up and I upload something that wasn't appropriate. I didn't mark something as mature content. Like, for example, right now we have cussed a couple of times in this video. Now I'm gonna put there, that this video is mature content. I forget, and the YouTube people review it and they say, man, you have bad words in this one, and they can shut me down, and I lose all my videos. So things like that is one of those deals that you have to be careful. And you don't own it. My domain, it's my domain. My email list is my email list. It's actually the only way I have that is actually guaranteed. It's my, even if my host provider decides today to shut me down because whatever, if I have my blog backed up, I don't lose it. My problem was changing the themes and not saving it. I didn't know. I messed it up completely. But yeah, it is important. I mean, it is important for us to communicate, to not lose our audience. I mean, right now they shut down my Facebook groups, or they shut down my account, and I lost all my friends. My Facebook friends are gone. How do I contact them again? How do I rebuild that audience? It is no possible way to do it.
Right. And I feel that I can have more of an educational conversation with people through email too. So when I have an email list and I'm writing to them, I'm just talking as me. I don't have to. When I'm writing a blog post, I feel like there's a certain part of me that's also trying to write for Google. So.
Use the rich words. Use the engagement words.
Right. And then
fire words.
I've got the SEO plugin that tells me how often the keywords popped up in my blog, and all this stuff. But when I'm writing an email to my list, I can just talk and tell them what I think they should know about whatever subject I'm writing about. And no, I enjoy that.
Yeah, it's the same way I feel. And in email, I don't have long conversations through email. I have more conversations through, instant messaging and stuff like that. But those are definitely the ones where I feel, a lot more comfortable talking to people, because I don't have to worry about what is going to be in a Facebook post. It's more like, now if they ask me for my advice, I want to give them a better advice if it's through, through messaging than it is going to be, through a Facebook post, because, I don't feel the same when you ask me a question and then it's going to be 500 people reading the same answer, and probably you wanted something that will be probably unique to you, that could help your business because you are the one who asked me. So I can see that on email. My email list is still growing. It's probably, it's not braggable at all. But it's something that I have a goal in mind that, it's gotta grow. It's very important nowadays to have, that a lot of people say internet marketing is dead. Well, it's not what it used to be 5 years or 10 years ago. Now we have a lot of different tools to communicate with people, but I still think email is the number one way to communicate. I don't know if you agree with that.
Oh yeah, definitely, without a doubt. It's getting a little bit better with if Facebook Messenger is a pretty intriguing tactic right now, but I don't know if I want to be that intrusive. I know I tried some stuff where I knew what it was. I saw the ad on Facebook and it said comment below for more information. I knew it was gonna put me on their Facebook Messenger systems. I wanted to see how it worked. Chat with their chat bot and see how it worked. Man, to me, I'm still getting messages coming in. I thought if I didn't interact with them over 24 hours, it would stop. But no, they're still.
Oh no,
you're still messaging me.
Actually, I took a class about chatbots about last week.
Well, I thought Facebook stopped them after 24 hours of me not responding. I thought Facebook stopped them from contacting me, but that's not the case.
Oh no. They have used build a new tool. Where chatbots are actually funnels.
Right.
You build a funnel,
and that's what I wanted to see. I wanted to see.
It's amazing how they do it, but at the same, but I feel like you. I feel like I'm still not ready to have a chatbot on my Facebook page. I'm still not ready to have.
It's intrusive.
I think. I get messages from Russell Brunson every single time that he's gonna go live, and I'm like, I know you're fake. I know you're not talking to me. I know it's a freaking bot. So it feels unreal. You know what I mean? It feels like my messages just being targeted by some machine telling me, hey, go live right now. Or, like right now today, he tried to sell me a book for, now he has software hackers or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Now he wants to teach software. And, yep. And I made a mistake. I said, yeah, sure. I wanted to see what it was. And now I'm like, tomorrow's a webinar. And now they want me to send me a book, $27 plus shipping and handling. And now they want to sell me a bunch of different stuff. I'm like, oh, God, why did I say yes? I was just curious what it was. He keep saying about software. I'm like, okay, what are you talking about software? No, now he has another partnership, but now they're going to be, software hackers or something like that? Well, what is it called?
Yeah, that's what
Software Secrets or something like that.
Same Software Secrets.
Yeah, so now being honest, I'm going to be tomorrow on the webinar because I'm a sucker for that. But because now I am completely curious about, if he's going to talk about how he implemented now in software in his potato gun or something. I don't know. I'm gonna be there probably, but yeah, I'm not ready for that. Eh?
It's going to have to relate back to the potato gun.
It's so annoying now. Actually, the other day I was, talking. Dan Henry asked us in his group, "Hey guys, do you notice where he mentioned me?" And everybody was like, "Yeah," and I said, "No." it must have been way after he talked about his potato gun. And I disconnected the conversation, and he's like, I say, yeah, I left too because the potato gun. This guy needs to change his conversation. I mean, after 1 year of us using ClickFunnels, I mean, it's like, dude, I'm pretty sure you did something better with your life other than do a potato gun. Stop talking about it. It gets boring. He needs to reinvent himself. I mean, somebody needs to tell this guy that he already has 50,000 or whatever customers, and we all know that he's from Boise, that he played, that he was in the wrestling team, and that he, his first successful funnel was a potato gun because he sold instructions. We all know that,
Right.
so he needs to move on. It's like if me, after 1 year from today, I'm still talking about, how I left the oil and gas industry, you're probably going to be like, okay, and this guy.
Well, I understand that he's got new people coming along all the time, and, they haven't heard the story. So, I mean, I understand that, but yeah, it does kind of get old.
Yeah, I mean, I understand he's trying to do webinar for people who is new to ClickFunnels, but when he's inviting users, targeting the users, and telling us that he's got a new tool that's coming back to the market, I mean, sincerely, we all heard that story. We are already users. We went through the whole, webinar to get into the ClickFunnels, because you cannot get ClickFunnels by just avoiding the webinar. You had to watch the webinar to get into the login section, and then you gotta, once you go inside, you gotta go through like 30 different videos, and where he talks about the potato gun like 20 times. So, but I mean, I'm talking about too much of the potato gun. So,
yeah. Well, I just think that I can be a bigger asset to my audience by keeping everything simple and, telling them what they need and not filling them with a bunch of hype, and, just giving good advice and making it easy to obtain. And that's like the opposite of what he's doing.
Now, on GetResponse, isn't this the website, the platform where you also have webinar included?
Yes, and it's a pretty good webinar platform. It doesn't. The only thing that I would like, I was using Zoom before, and I used Webinar Jam for about a week. I used their free trial and wasn't impressed. I used Webinar Ninja before they did their redesign. I don't know how it is now, but it wasn't too bad before. But the best one I found was Zoom.
I like the one I use.
And when I went from Zoom to GetResponse, the only thing that I miss is the easy share to Facebook. GetResponse does not have that Facebook Live functionality like Zoom has, but it has everything else.
Cool. I mean, I still remember GetResponse in our live when we went there. we were like very small screens. It was
right. So what happened there was I was brand new to using GetResponse at the time. I've done 2 webinars since then, and they weren't so bad. But what happened was before the webinar starts, or I guess you could change it during the webinar too, but there's certain templates that templates for the layout of the screen that you can choose. And I chose one, or we started on one with our pictures up at the top really small, and we had the big whiteboard like we were going to be giving a presentation together.
Yeah.
And that layout's great, except we weren't giving a presentation together. So
we're not doing anything.
Right. So everybody just got to squint and see our tiny little pictures in the top.
Yeah, they were looking at us on the phone. They probably never even saw my face, but
right.
That was fine. I mean, I'm ugly. They didn't miss absolutely nothing, but it was one of those that at the end, you told me. I always thought that the viewers were watching the whole thing. So,
I didn't know either.
And I thought we were since we were the ones having the presentation,
Right.
that we would see the whole tool behind the scenes. Like right now, if you were to see my control panel here for Be Live, you and I are very small, but I know the audience is seeing what I see in a different screen on my right. So
yeah, that's what I thought too. I thought that they were seeing the whole thing, and that was kind of a presenter's view. But no, I figured out since then that I need to adjust the layout of the screen before we go live. So
yeah,
it's every platform that you use is always a learning experience. And the first one or two, not going to quite go as planned, and but it's a good platform, I think.
Yeah, it is. I liked it. I mean, it seems like it had a lot more tools than Zoom did. Now I like Zoom, but I don't have the webinar portion of it because I don't do webinars yet. I mean, Be Live actually does a lot better for me than having the Facebook integration that Zoom does. And honestly speaking, you can do a webinar without having to pay the $50 webinar tool. I don't even know what the difference is. But I don't really like ConvertKit. I mean, I know people say it's the greatest thing in the world, but I find it too confusing for me. Now I don't know if GetResponse has an integration with ClickFunnels. I think it does. I need to check, but
I'm not sure. I think I did see that on ClickFunnels website that they do integrate with that, but I'm not completely sure. I mean, I know Builderall does.
You're trying to sell me to Builderall. I wish I could move, but I mean, how do I move my course, into Builderall? That's the point. How do you move it? But yeah, we'll see.
They also have a Builderall. They have a membership functionality as well, and it's like what I don't like about ClickFunnels membership is it's just like a membership page, and you might have some tabs to go to or whatever, but you don't have a lot of options about how you lay it out, and you can't really lay it out like a course. You can put different tabs, and it'll say module 1, module 2, and then when you click on that, there might be a series of videos on that page, but you can't integrate. You can't integrate any kind of interaction. Definitely, like with my membership group on my website, every video has like a chat box and comments underneath. And if somebody has a questions, they can type it in exactly what their question is, and I'll hop in there and answer the questions. And those questions stay there so that whoever comes after and sees the video, they can just, if their question may already be answered in that. And, you can't do that with ClickFunnels. And, like I say, I'm just starting to play with Builderall, but I'm really hoping that their membership area offers more options like that.
Yeah, it's something I don't like about ClickFunnels at all. I mean, that what you said, yes. The only thing I don't like is that you cannot add like a notepad for people to write, their notes or stuff like that. And other websites, that are designed for courses or for membership areas, they have that area where you can write. Here is like, you gotta have a notepad for you to write stuff like that. I mean, right now that I'm taking that, Dan Henry course, I'm having to write notepads, and my handwriting is horrible. I don't understand what I wrote. Because man, I mean, serious. I mean, when I was a kid, my handwriting was horrible. And to be honest, in the last 20 years, I haven't really used a pen. So my handwriting skills didn't improve. I mean, so right now that I'm having to write something, I'm like, well, yeah, it was nice. I wrote a bunch of stuff, but I don't understand absolutely nothing that I wrote. I'm like, yeah, it's nice. And,
you need Evernote.
I'm ready to start getting, but then as I started getting more into detail, it started getting worse and worse and worse. Like a doctor here.
Right.
So somewhere around here, I don't know, but it's something I don't like about ClickFunnels. But it seems like one of the best courses. Some of the best courses now are being hosted there because it creates the funnel version of it.
Yeah, I can't figure out if all the big guys are using ClickFunnels because it works better or because the marketing is amazing behind it.
I think it's most because it's where the big guys hang out.
And that's what I think. I think it's the even Russell Brunson says that he says he's built a culture, and that's what he's done. He has built a culture. I mean, he wants to add the "chur" at the end, but
I mean, being honest, you're unteachable. They don't offer you absolutely nothing, and you sell $1 million, right? But if I am in ClickFunnels and I sell $1 million in a funnel, they will give me my 2 Comma Club, trophy or plate or whatever.
Right.
That is marketable. I mean, I can say, as a marketer, I am in the 2 Comma Club. And that's something else in my resume. I mean, Teachable doesn't give me that. I mean, all the other websites for you where you can create courses, they don't give you that. So it's one of those deals that probably some of these people say, hey, it's not only where the big kids hang out, we also get a nice trophy. We get a brand recognition, and we can say that we have it on ClickFunnels, because I have noticed some of these people, like for example, me, I used to be the business.net, and then I use my my name, the name of my course. But some of these guys, some of these big guys, they don't even change their domain name. They go literally danhenry.clickfunnels.com or stuff like that. They are not shy about hiding the fact that that this is a website that they are using. They don't even go with that domain anymore.
Right.
So I think to them it's marketing mentality. We are on ClickFunnels. We are one of the big guys. I mean, and every day it's more and more. I mean, even Gary Vaynerchuk, is starting to use ClickFunnels because he wants to be wants to be with the big guys.
Well, he is the big guy.
Well, he is the big guy, but. But I mean, a lot of new names that are coming to the marketing world actually are doing now ClickFunnels. I mean, that years before they were not even nowhere. I mean, to be found. I mean, I am so far away from being in the 2 Comma Club. I don't even close.
Yeah, I'm not even thinking about it, and I have a feeling that once I get there, I'm going to have more to think about than some plaque that they offer.
Oh yeah, by the time imagine that, right? $1 million in sales.
Right.
Yeah, I will be thinking probably a lot more than that. Yeah, you're right. I don't care about that plate anymore. I will probably be caring about how I want to spend that money.
So what have you seen as the most effective form of list building? We've talked a lot about email marketing, and I guess I know this is your show. You're supposed to be asking the questions, but I can't take my interviewer's hat off permanently. So what? What is the
conversation? It's not really an interview. I mean, it's a talk show apparently, supposedly, right? I mean, so far I haven't get absolutely no singers and no dancers and nobody who actually does something funny. But it's supposed to be a talk show, so it's more like
I can go put on my tutu and do a little dance real quick if you'd like.
I don't have insurance for psychological damage.
Oh, they charged extra than that in your policy?
No, but well, lately I've been doing landing pages. Actually, I'm going to be running right now. I'm creating a bait, some sort of 6-page PDF, with information on what pods to use, and outline what exactly each one of the pod requires. Like for example, Amazon Merch by Amazon, it's a 4500 by 5400 300 pixels. PNGs, what they require, and some key notes of each one of the pods. So we'll have about 5 or 6, and I'm going to run some cheap Facebook ads, and the whole purpose of that is, get the freebie, give me your email list, and hopefully I can get 500,000 of those emails so that I can start some mailing campaign from converting cold traffic into warm traffic little by little. Because right now, I don't feel comfortable asking people, the members of my group, for their emails. I know some groups, when you register for them, now they ask you in the questions, would you like to receive emails from me? And you say yes, you give the email, and it's a lot of groups that are actually capturing a lot of emails, from the questionnaires, the entry questionnaires. I still don't feel, comfortable doing that. I used to do it briefly on the Amazon custom, and I always forgot. I always approved people, and I always forgot to save them. But it's a lot of work, when you have that. Now, if you do it in a landing page, it goes straight into your autoresponder email, and you get it there. In my Facebook page, I also have now an opt-in where in the ink icon that is in the top right, I have an opt-in. I have got a couple of people who have registered to my email list through there. I just noticed that I had an opt-in on my funnel for my course. And, it was a pop-up that whenever people were ready to leave, it would pop if they wanted to leave their email. And I just noticed after thousands of visits that it wasn't activated. People would push the yes, and it wasn't pushing. So in the last couple of days, I got about 3 emails from there. So people that were not ready to purchase, they probably said, okay, let's get to know Fernando a little bit more before I, pull the trigger. Right. Now they were sending me the email, so I can send them, I can retarget them, because I know exactly that those people saw my landing page for my course, and they left my emails because they were somewhat interested in what I had to say. They were probably not ready to purchase, so I can probably target them later on, probably with an offer, probably with some freebie or something, and keep them interested, and probably in a couple of months, probably I can convert them into potential customers. So I'm trying different things right now. What do you do?
Well, I find webinars to be irresistible myself, and I like to get people on and talk about stuff. People sign up, and of course that by signing up for the webinar, they're automatically added to the list. So, and with that, especially using GetResponse, you can segment your list according to what webinar they signed up for. So if they signed up for this, they're interested in that, and you can send them targeted emails, and only send them stuff that they would be interested in.
Yeah.
So I don't have to, the people that are interested in solely blogging and internet marketing, I'm not sending them stuff for that tips and tricks on how to FBA.
Yeah, I mean, you have to definitely segment your emails where they're coming from. Otherwise, you're going to be spamming them, and all you're going to get is unsubscribes. I mean, today I got an email that I found quite interesting. It was a guy who sent me an email, said, hey, yeah, I see that you haven't read my emails lately. I wonder you still want to read them, and I would love to you start reading them again. And then I saw the unsubscribe button. I'm like, I have no idea who you are. I don't even know why I subscribed. So thank you for reminding me I don't read your email. So I unsubscribed. Maybe for him that was a way to get rid of all the people that were in the list that we were not caring about, because his conversion rates will increase. He got rid of the.
He may have been on the threshold of subscribers too. So at a certain threshold, his payment would go up in his autoresponder. So yeah. Most will give you like 10,000 emails. Well, maybe he was at 9,800, and he wanted to trim that list off.
That makes sense. I didn't think about it because I'm so far away from being on that threshold. but I found it interesting. I'm like, why is this guy sending me an email that he knows that most likely I'm going to unsubscribe, but yeah, that makes sense. He probably thought, that, probably him the threshold, or probably, he has some customers that pay him for marketing, advertising, and he wanted to show that he had an open rate of so high, and us, that we were not opening, we're lowering his opening rate, and he was not able to sell himself as the great marketer or something. I mean, it makes sense. It took me a while. At the beginning, I actually criticized him, but after a couple hours, I started thinking, I'm like, oh, well, maybe it's not a bad idea. I mean, to me right now, every email I get, I treasure it, like my baby. I mean, I have an email, but people like that, it's probably, no big deal to lose one or two customers. I don't know.
Right. And, those are not customers. The customers that he's losing with that email is not the customers that are wanting to do business with him anyway. So it's no big loss.
I wasn't a customer. I mean, honestly, when he sent me that email, I was like, I have no idea who you are, or, or why I sent it to you. I mean, so many times I have this Chrome extension that is called, give me a second. Where is this? Man, where is it? Oh, it's called Turbo Ad Finder. And if I am in Facebook and I turn that on, every single post I get on my Facebook becomes ads. So I don't get absolutely no posts from nobody. All I get are ads. And I like to go through ads, at least once or twice a day. I mean, once a day, and see what people are promoting. And sometimes I see one that I'm like, oh man, this is interesting. Let me give him my email. And see what they give me, and let me see if I can follow the sequence. And so sometimes I don't even know who they are, and I forget to subscribe right away. If I didn't like the chain or sometimes I only go to get the bait and see if he will give me a better idea of what to create for my next post. And do you faint?
No, I'm good. I had a little sneezing attack there. Sorry about that.
Not a problem. So, and I bet you do the same. I mean, we go looking for other people's ads to see what we can hack, what we can. I mean, that's the fancy word, for ClickFunnels, right? We hack, we don't steal. But anyways, man, we've been going for over an hour now. Do you have anything else you want to add?
I just want to remind everybody that if you are interested in my marketing emails and where I'm able to get those interviews with some of the top internet marketers in the world, you can sign up for it at touringfreedom.com/Fernando.
Oh, that's the one?
Yep.
I thought that was the one for my course.
No, that one is touringfreedom.com/POD, I think.
I don't know. Okay, I posted it. I want to thank you, Jason. It was a fun conversation. Of course, I'm gonna put this one on the YouTube channel. It's gonna be probably in a couple of days before it's there, but it's gonna be live. It's gonna be on my Facebook page. For eternity until Facebook bans me. We were actually live in 4 different groups today. So this is gonna get. It's in the next day or so. I mean, not a lot of people watching tonight. Usually, people watching the next day.
Right.
So I want to thank you for your time, and again, you're gonna learn more about what Jason does, Touring Fremont.
Hey, there you go. touringfreedom.com.
Come on. That was embarrassing. touringfreedom.com. I mean, it sounds like a credit card, actually. Got a credit card commercial. I want to see those videos, man. I need to go see those videos. I think.
Well, like I say, there's only one up right now, and it's just the introduction. But I think it's pretty funny. Yeah,
and you guys don't know. I mean, a lot of you guys are used to seeing me with a full beard. The first thing that Jason did to me today was like, "What the hell?" It's like the first. I mean, he didn't even say hi. It's like, "What the hell?" I know. I actually feel weird. Now that I look like myself with the camera, I feel so weird. I feel like I'm used to having lives with me with a full beard. That right now I'm like I feel naked. And I look younger. I'm like I feel like I feel like I'm at my lane or something. I don't know. But I want to thank you, man. Have a good night.
Well, thanks for having me, man. It's been fun.
Take care. Bye bye.
All right, bye.